Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, February 5th. Sasha blasts Drew, Brad threatens Cyrus, Willow's choice. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, February 5th, suggest that Sasha Gilmore Corbin will chastise Drew Quartermaine for the public humiliation he recently received, while Brad Cooper threatens Cyrus Renault and Willow Corinthos makes a decision. First, Alexis Davis, Christina Corinthos Davis, and Molly Lansing Davis will hold a strategy session, and we'll see if it includes justice for Sam McCall, the Avery Corinthos custody case, or both. Rick Lansing will ultimately appear and hope he isn't interfering with anything, but it will be clear that he is. Christina will admit on Wednesday's episode that something is a tremendous error, thus a quarrel will erupt sooner or later. Jocelyn Jacks, on the other hand, will put on a happy front and claim to have discovered the perfect guy for her. Anna Devane advised Jocelyn to avoid turning woods, but a return visit for additional digging appears to be in Joss' destiny. Of course, Jack Brennan is counting on Jocelyn to uncover Cyrus' hideout, so we'll see how long it takes her. In the meantime, Nina Reeves will reassure Willow that she is precisely where she should be. Although Nina believes Willow should follow her instincts and stay at the gatehouse with the kids, Willow's opinion may change shortly. Drew and Carly Spencer's public feud will continue in Metro Court. Carly confronted Drew after discovering his tie in Willow's former home with Michael Corinthos, and she wasn't pleased. Drew, on the other hand, learned about Cody Bell's assumption that Jason Morgan is the father of Sasha's baby and simply shoved the information in Carly's face. Sasha will understandably be enraged by Drew publicly telling everyone that Jason knocked her up, so she'll march over to shut him down. Drew is chatting about Sasha's life, therefore she will scold him for not minding his own business. The baby daddy predicament will place Sasha in a difficult position. Denying Jason is the father may generate additional concerns, so Sasha may simply act as if she does not owe Drew, Carly, or anybody else an explanation. Sasha is determined to keep Michael Corinthos' name out of all of this mess, therefore she will do everything she can to prevent it from happening. Later, Carly will open up to Lucas Jones, who will share his thoughts about something. Will Lucas tell Carly to stay out of all the Willow, Drew, Sasha, and Jason turmoil, especially when there are more important things to worry about, such as keeping Jocelyn out of trouble? Tracy Quartermaine will be upset by the Jason father revelation in Wednesday's episode. Tracy will have another reason to complain, but Sasha may again argue that this is a private affair that no one else should be concerned about. After witnessing all of the Metro Court mayhem, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine plans to pay Willow a visit and provide updates. Brooke Lynn will challenge Willow's reasoning and may claim that sleeping with Drew on the property where he is prohibited is too unsafe. That could make Willow reconsider her living circumstances. According to General Hospital teasers, Willow will make a crucial decision on Wednesday's episode, which could lead to her leaving the gatehouse. Brad will catch Cyrus roaming around GH, despite the fact that Portia Robinson has prohibited him from the premises. Although Brad warns Cyrus to leave or he will call the cops, Cyrus will appear aggressive and may make a veiled threat or two. Our forecast suggests that Brad may get burned if he continues to play with fire, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers, Michael refuses to let Jason raise his baby. This is the cliffhanger we all need and can't wait for. General Hospital spoilers definitely hint that Michael Corinthos will return to Port Charles sooner than planned and will most likely be present for his baby's birth. General Hospital spoilers, Michael refuses to allow Jason to raise his baby. In other words, Jason Morgan may wish to step to the side. Sasha acknowledged to having a one-night affair with Michael back in November, but she also stated that she intends to raise the baby on her own. Many General Hospital viewers are aware that Sasha is now carrying Michael's baby. However, Jason Morgan has offered to help raise the child in Michael's absence. He is currently receiving therapy in Germany, with his mother, Carly Corinthos, by his side. But if we've learned anything about living in Port Charles, it's that you can always expect the unexpected, which appears to be the case right now. With that said, let's face it, Michael is a Corinthos, which means he has a strong sense of family pride. As much as Jason wants to do the right thing, this is Michael's child, and he has every right to return and be a part of the child's life, no matter what anyone says, especially his new baby mama, Sasha. General Hospital spoilers, what's next for Sasha and Michael? It remains to be seen whether he arrives precisely before the child's birth, but he would undoubtedly have an advantage. He would undoubtedly want to be present from the time Sasha gave birth, right? Of course, General Hospital fans will have to check back every day to see what happens next. Stay tuned for more. What happened to Brennan in General Hospital? Jack Brennan's appearance on General Hospital caught viewers off guard. Charles Measure's departure as WSB director Jack Brennan is one of the most surprising on the ABC series. Instead, Chris McKenna will take up the role and continue as the mysterious stranger. This is a great surprise for spectators who seem to appreciate Measure in the role. His relationship with Laura Wright made all the difference, especially after her failed chemistry with Cameron Matheson. McKenna debuted on February 4th, while Measure made her last appearance on January 30th. Here's what we know about the actor change and what to expect from General Hospital in the future. According to Soap Opera Digest, Charles Measure chose to leave General Hospital. He made his debut in December 2023, and after just over a year, he decided to leave the post. A General Hospital representative informed SOD, Charles Measure has decided to leave the character of Brennan. We wish him the best of luck with his future undertakings. Interestingly, Measure spent much of his time on the hit ABC soap as a recurring character before signing a contract last year. Reps rarely speak out about exits, so the timing and handling of this scenario raise many questions. Who is Christopher McKenna? The good news is that Chris McKenna has previous experience working on soap operas. He has extensive experience and might be an asset to General Hospital. He portrayed Joey Buchanan on the now-defunct One Life to Live, Mark Harding on The Young and the Restless, and Dr. Hayden on The Bold and the Beautiful. General Hospital's representative stated, General Hospital looks forward to continuing Brennan's exciting storyline with Chris McKenna in the role. There are various factors to consider, including McKenna and Laura Wright's chemistry. They were on their way to becoming a hot couple, but without Charles Measure in the role, things may fall apart. With February sweeps just beginning, we anticipate Brennan receiving lots of airtime in the coming weeks. He must be on high alert after Valentine attempted to assassinate him in Germany. It may take some time for viewers to adjust to McKenna in the role, but the tale will continue. General Hospital spoilers and preview for the week of February 3, 2025, an unexpected alliance forms. The General Hospital spoilers and preview for the week of February 3, 2025, is now available, providing a sneak glimpse into the impending action. The week will see Nina and Carly form an unlikely partnership. Furthermore, Sasha will lose her composure, and many characters will come out looking for justice. What's that about? The quest for justice begins. Starting with the preview video, Dante is booted out of the murder investigation. After that, he talks to the family. He tells Christina Corinth Davis and Molly Lansing Davis that Sam has been slain. Following this, Dante takes matters into his own hands, which Anna had always been afraid of. As Anna's fears appear to be realized, Alexis and Rocco raise their eyebrows at one another. When questioned, Dante explains that he is doing what he is doing because he was iced out and wants justice for Sam. He may believe that he must act rather than simply sit about. Would he be put in danger for this? We'll have to wait to find out. Sasha tells the truth, and an unexpected alliance comes together. Next, in the preview video, Maxie contacts Sasha and informs her that she must face the rumors. Some people suspect Sasha is carrying Jason's child, and Sasha's silence further raises her suspicions. Will Sasha tell Maxie the truth? Meanwhile, an unlikely alliance will form. General Hospital teasers indicate that Nina will speak with Carly and discuss Willow. Willow's connection with Drew concerns both Nina and Carly. So maybe these two females can work together to save her. But is that a good idea? Only time will tell. General Hospital spoilers, Carly and Brennan's chemistry is gone. General Hospital spoilers indicate that fans have a valid reason to be furious. That's because they believe the connection between one of our new favorite couples has faded. General Hospital spoilers, the chemistry between Carly and Brennan is now gone. Many fans are anxious that now that Charles Measure is no longer playing Brennan on the hit ABC soap, Carly will not have the same chemistry with newbie Chris McKenna. Laura writes on-screen chemistry with Charles was incredible. Without a doubt, many General Hospital fans had a lot to say about the situation. Some even said, Brennan has been the only intriguing character to watch on GH, and he does have incredible chemistry with Carly. The writers are terrible. Wash, rinse, repeat has become unwatchable. There is not a single solid storyline going on. Replacing more than half of the cast with fresh writers couldn't hurt. A other reviewer wrote, Charles Measure was brilliant, so damn perfect, did his job very well. I'll miss him, but the writing for Brennan sucked really bad. I wouldn't be surprised if he left for that reason. General Hospital spoilers, what's next for Brennan and Carly? It's hilarious how the new guy was brought in to take a chemistry test with LW. I didn't think they cared about that kind of thing after watching this show for numerous years. And then there was this comment, well, that's unfortunate. Measure took a discarded character and made him so appealing that they reworked everything to bring him back. So it's strange that he left so quickly. That being said, I like McKenna, and he looks excellent in images. So, perhaps, he can recover this and develop chemistry with Carly. GH spoilers for Wednesday, February 5th, mistakes, disobedience, and threats. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Wednesday, February 5th feature blunders, disobedience, and threats. Christina Corinthos Davis informs someone this is a terrible mistake, Jocelyn Jacks disobeys Anna Devane, and Brad Cooper threatens. Are you interrupting anything? Rick Lansing arrives unexpectedly and tells someone he hopes he isn't disrupting things. His daughter, Molly Lansing Davis, her sister Christina, and their mother, Alexis Davis, will plan how to solve Sam McCall's murder. Might Rick show up to their strategy discussion, given that he believes he is interrupting something? Rick may also be willing to assist with this probe, as Sam's death has caused significant distress for his daughter Molly and ex-wife Alexis. There is already a person of interest, however, it has yet to be established, thus no arrests may be made. Blindsided and perplexed. Brooke Lynn Chase is surprised, perplexed, and possibly annoyed. She asks someone quite bluntly, what were you thinking? Tracy Quartermaine will be outraged, perhaps she is the one Brooke Lynn is confronting. Previously, at their business meeting at the Metro Court, she asked Granny to tone down the snark. She was quite harsh on Sasha Corbin. Of course, what they heard later, when Carly Spencer arrived and tore into Drew Quartermaine with no holds barred, surpassed anything Tracy could say. Mistakes. If Rick did actually attend the strategy session her sister, mother, and she are having, Christina believes it was a major mistake and says so. Christina understandably does not want Rick engaged in bringing Sam's killer to justice, given that he protected Ava Jerome after Christina fell in the pool. Not to mention that he is in charge of her custody case with Avery Jerome Corinthos against Sonny Corinthos. Rick has no business becoming engaged in what the DeVisas are doing regarding Sam's death. If Rick is in that location, Christina will send him a blast-off message. Disobedience. Jocelyn appears to be researching Turning Woods, despite Anna's strict commands. She did not want her to interfere with a current police investigation, especially one involving Cyrus Renault. Yet there she is, telling someone that they are exactly who she is looking for. Her aim was to find out who else died of a heart attack at Turning Woods. She's not aware of what her uncle Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Baldwin are already investigating, and they're much ahead of her. Mother-daughter confrontation. Nina Reeves undoubtedly heard what was going on in the Metro Court. Someone must have called her about Drew being where he didn't belong. Nina speaks to Willow Corinthos, assuring her that she believes she is precisely where she belongs. Her home is the Quartermaine Gatehouse, where she lives with her 2 children. The only issue today is that Tracy and many others are aware that her custody agreement is flawed. Drew is not permitted to enter the property, according to Willow's custody arrangement. Sasha tears into Drew. Meanwhile, back at Metro Court, Sasha takes action, leaving the table she and Felicia Scorpio were sitting at and tearing into Drew. Cody Bell's disinformation has spread across Port Charles, and even Drew and Carly believe Jason Morgan is Sasha's baby's father. Carly, who knows Jason better than anyone else, is unlikely to believe it, but Sasha will not allow Drew get away with it. Sasha confronts Drew in a rage, shouting, "This is my life he's talking about." Jason isn't even there to contribute because he's still in Baden-Baden, visiting Michael Corinthos. Threats. At GH, Brad threatens Cyrus at the hospital. Portia Robinson had barred him, but he is still there. He snuck into Michael's room, and if Isaiah Gannon hadn't acted promptly and taken the risk of administering a digitalis antidote, he would have become another victim. Brad means business when he threatens Cyrus with contacting the cops if he does not leave. Will another victim be discovered despite efforts to keep Cyrus away from the hospital? Is Brad too late to stop another tragedy? Make sure to keep up on everything going on with GH right now. Check back regularly for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. What happened to Lulu at General Hospital? Lulu Spencer Falconeri is constantly getting herself into trouble on General Hospital, and it is something that will not change. She's a Spencer, after all. Lulu, born to Laura Spencer and Luke Spencer in 1994, was portrayed by a number of child actresses until she matured into a young woman in 2005, when she was played by Julie Berman. After leaving GH in 2013, Emmy Ryland took over the role until her departure in December 2020, with the prospect of a future return. In August 2024, a casting notice was issued for a character who sounded suspiciously similar to Lulu, and Ryland revealed that the soap was recasting and she would not be returning to the part. In September, it was announced that Alexa Havens, All My Children's former babe, would take over the role in November. Leslie Lou Spencer was named after her maternal grandmother, Leslie, and nicknamed Lulu. Laura was concerned about Lulu's safety because of Luke's association with Sonny Corinthos, and she even escaped Port Charles with her at one time. When young Lulu was afflicted with aplastic anemia, Laura revealed that Nicholas Cassadine was her hidden son, and that his bone marrow saved her life. Laura became catatonic after the murder of her stepfather, Rick Weber, and Lulu was transferred to be reared by Leslie. Lulu returns to Port Charles in 2005 to live with Luke and Tracy Quartermaine. Lulu instantly fell for her new stepbrother, Dylan Quartermaine, and collaborated with Diego Alcazar to end Dylan and Georgie's relationship. Following a one-night fling with Dylan, Lulu discovered she was pregnant and got an abortion. She fell for troubled soldier Logan Hayes, but when she discovered he had just pursued her as part of a bet with Maxie Jones, she became connected with Johnny Zachara. Logan began pursuing Lulu, and after she killed him in self-defense, she and Johnny fled. After the couple split up, Lulu agreed to go on a date with Dr. Matt Hunter, but instead ended up dating mob soldier Dominic Pirelli. She quickly discovered he was a cop, and after he saved her life, she persuaded him to reveal his real name, Dante Falconeri. When Lulu discovered he was after Sonny, she became concerned for his safety and attempted to persuade him otherwise. Crazed artist Franco kidnapped Lulu and strapped her to a bomb, but Dante rescued her. After Sonny shot Dante, Lulu confessed her feelings for him as he lay in the operating room. Lulu left Crimson to run the Haunted Star after her father left town, despite having previously worked with Maxie there. She followed Luke to a brothel in Florida to bring him home, where the proprietor nearly raped her. Dante saved her and urged her to return home. When he proposed, Lulu was hesitant, but the couple eventually married. Lulu began working in the PCPD's evidence room and quickly determined Officer Ronnie Dimestico was the one attacking strippers. Ronnie kidnapped her and Sam McCall, causing Dante and John McBain to rescue them. Dante and Lulu began trying for a child, but she was devastated to find she would be unable to carry a kid to term. They hired Maxie to be their surrogate, but Lulu was kidnapped and Dante discovered her cryogenically frozen in the Cassadine villa in Greece by an obsessed Stavros Cassadine. Lulu experienced amnesia after being released free, but she retrieved her memories in time to prepare for their daughter's birth. Unfortunately, Connie turned out to be Maxie and Damien Spinelli's biological daughter, having slept together after Maxie miscarried the implanted fetus. Lulu was furious with her best friend and cut her out of her life. Maxie first persuaded Dante and Lulu to take custody of the baby girl, but they ultimately chose to keep her, resulting in a nasty custody struggle. Lulu was distraught by the loss of her daughter, yet she stayed desperate to have another kid. In a weird twist, one of Lulu's fertilized eggs was placed in Britt Westbourne, allowing her to claim she was having Patrick Drake's baby, implying that her son, Ben, was actually Dante and Lulu's. Unfortunately, after Britt informed her that her eggs were no longer viable, an angry Lulu blamed Dante for everything and stormed out on him. Thanks to Dante's new partner, Nathan West, Lulu was persuaded to reunite with her husband, and the couple discovered that Ben was their son and called him Rocco. But Lulu remained determined to have her own child and even had surgery to allow her to carry a child herself. Then Levi Dunkelman and his partner in crime kidnapped Lulu and Maxie, but when Nathan and Dante tried to rescue them, Stavros kidnapped Lulu again, wanting her to carry his baby. Lulu was so relieved to be home with her family after Dante freed her from the clinic that she decided to postpone having another kid. Lulu teamed up with Dylan to save her brothers, Lucky Spencer and Ethan Lovett, which led Dante to believe she had slept with him. In turn, he slept with Valerie Spencer, and their marriage was almost dissolved. Dante and Lulu went so far as to finalize divorce proceedings, but were eventually moved by them to recommit to their marriage, remarrying on Thanksgiving 2016. Lulu felt a connection to Charlotte Cassadine, and it was soon revealed that the little girl was her daughter with Valentine Cassadine, manufactured by Helena Cassadine after Stavros was unable to father a child. Lulu sought to fight Valentine for custody of Charlotte, but was only granted supervised visits. Charlotte wasn't a fan of Lulu at first, but she ultimately warmed up to her, and Lulu and Valentine reached an agreement on custody. Peter August then hired Lulu to work as a reporter for The Invader, and she released an interview with Nathan that revealed his link to Caesar Faison in order to entice the supervillain out of hiding. Tragically, Faison killed Nathan, and Maxie blamed her buddy for her husband's death. The women's friendship gradually improved, but Dante departed Port Charles to join the WSB to track down a criminal who had previously attempted to kill her. Flying solo, Lulu immersed herself in her work, creating a particular piece about Ryan Chamberlain for the 25th anniversary of his original Reign of Terror. But she had no idea that the serial killer was still alive and impersonating Kevin Collins, fully aware of her inquiry. And when Lulu told Kevin some of her findings, he stabbed her in the stomach. Fortunately, Lulu survived, but Kevin tricked her into believing Franco assaulted her. Thankfully, the truth was eventually disclosed, and Ryan was exposed. Lulu was overjoyed when Dante finally returned home after Sunny saved him from Raj in Turkey, but he did not stay long. Fearing that he had been brainwashed by the villain during his covert job, Dante fled Port Charles, leaving Lulu devastated. She put herself back into work, trying to figure out who was behind a series of break-ins in the region, which led her to meet Dustin Phillips, an attractive schoolteacher. They went on a few dates and soon fell into bed together. Lulu's ceasefire with Valentine is shattered when she discovers he hired Sasha to pretend to be Nina's long-lost daughter. She decides to reveal the truth at Valentine and Nina's wedding. Lulu remained leery of Dustin, especially when Brooklyn Ashton returned to Port Charles, and their animosity flared once she discovered the two of them had a history together. Valentine and Lulu vowed to improve their behavior after seeing how much their frequent fighting was harming Charlotte. Things between Lulu and Dustin were going well enough for her to offer him to move in with her, but then Dante unexpectedly returned to Port Charles and threw a wrench in the works. Dustin was going to pop the question over dinner at the Floating Rib when a bomb exploded. Lulu appeared okay as she hurried to the hospital with Dustin, who died from his injuries, but this suddenly altered. While mourning Dustin's death, Lulu attempted to reveal her remaining affections to Dante but fell. Lulu required emergency surgery after suffering a significant brain injury from the explosion, and she fell into a deep coma. Lulu was admitted to a long-term care facility after saying her goodbyes to her friends and family. In July 2023, Dante accompanied Charlotte to see her mother, and she discussed some current happenings in her life while also pleading with Lulu to return to them. Charlotte then pushed Dante not to let his and Lulu's former home stay empty, and he later rented it out to Maxie and her family. Then, in August 2024, Laura received a call from the clinic, concerned that her daughter might die. Lulu's liver was failing and she needed a transplant, but because she was in a coma, she wasn't on anyone's priority list. Sam proved to be a match and donated a piece of her liver. But, while Lulu accepted the transplant and recovered, Sam died as a result of the surgery. Laura begged Lulu to wake up so she wouldn't have to go to Turning Woods. Lulu didn't regain consciousness until she was at Turning Woods. Before she could summon a nurse, Cyrus arrived to see her. As he pledged to take care of her, Lulu remembered how he had threatened her prior to the explosion. Lulu pretended to be unconscious and overheard Cyrus arranging to move her to another facility, so she made a distraction and escaped. After hitching a ride with Cody Bell, Lulu attempted to return home only to run into James because Maxie's family had relocated there. Confused, she walked to the Quartermain home and was reunited with Rocco and Dante. After adjusting to the passage of time while in the coma, Lulu grew resolved to find Charlotte and bring her home. She approached Nina, but she wasn't sure where Valentine would have taken her. Carly connected her with Jack Brennan at the WSB, who offered Lulu a burner phone, but Valentine did not respond. After hooking up with her gal pal Maxie, Lulu broke into Windmere to dig for clues and was apprehended by the police, but Dante took over and assisted her search. At Christmas, Rocco passed his phone to his mother, and Lulu was surprised to hear Charlotte on the other line. When Lulu flew to Prague, she had no idea she was being followed by Brennan's assistant, Colette, who followed her all the way to the cafe where she met Charlotte. Valentine interfered, and he and Lulu debated over what was best for Charlotte until Dante arrived, having followed suit. Valentine fled with Charlotte as a sniper shot at them and missed, abandoning the tracker Lulu had placed in her daughter's bag. Frustrated, Lulu yelled at Dante for causing difficulty, but he pointed out that given the timing, the sniper, Colette, had followed her. Back in Port Charles, Lulu chose to work at Deception so she could care for Charlotte when she got home, even if it meant becoming Brooke Lynn's assistant. Tracy disregarded Maxie and Brooke Lynn's objections and hired her right away. Laura had a heart-to-heart with her daughter about her love for Dante, so Lulu apologized and volunteered to listen as he talked about Sam and her murder. General Hospital spoilers: Sam McCall is being recast. According to General Hospital teasers, she can't stay away from the show for long. Of course, we're talking about Sam McCall, as there is widespread suspicion that the character will be recast sooner rather than later. General Hospital spoilers: Sam McCall is getting recast. As many General Hospital fans are already aware, actress Kelly Monaco was abruptly removed from her role as Sam McCall, despite having portrayed the character for more than 20 years. Even now, many people are left wondering why Kelly was fired, as the producers have yet to provide her with a straight response as to why she was pink-slipped. And while it is assumed that Sam died at the hospital, no one knows for sure. If there's one thing we've learned from soap operas, it's that you're never truly dead, even if the final nail is hammered into your coffin. And that appears to be the case for Sam right now. Seeing that her name continues coming up in the most recent episodes of General Hospital, and her own mother, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is attempting to seek justice for her daughter. That is why so many fans feel Sam McCall will return, and it is only a matter of time. And when it happens, General Hospital fans will be all over the story, as they would want to see Sam McCall return to the canvas. Everyone wants Kelly to return to the program, but it seems unlikely at this point. A fresh actress is likely to step in. General Hospital spoilers: what happens next in Port Charles? It goes without saying that fans will have to tune in to see what happens next. General Hospital spoilers include major mistakes, rebellious disobedience, and angry threats. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Wednesday, February 5th include major mistakes, defiant disobedience, and angry threats. Christina Corinthos Davis believes something is wrong, Jocelyn Jackson engages in rebellious disobedience, and Brad Cooper issues violent threats. Are you making too many interruptions? Rick Lansing makes an unannounced appearance, expressing hope that he is not invading. His daughter, Molly Lansing Davis, Christina, and their mother, Alexis Davis, are deep in debate, attempting to solve the riddle of Sam McCall's death. Could Rick possibly attend their strategy meeting, given his fear about interrupting? Given the hardship Sam's death has caused on Molly and Alexis, he may wish to help with the inquiry. There is already a suspect, but an arrest is unlikely without substantial evidence. Brooke Lynn has questions. Elsewhere, Brooke Lynn Chase appears surprised, confused, and possibly furious as she confronts someone head-on, saying, "What were you thinking?" Tracy Quartermain is sure to be outraged, as she could be the subject of Brooke Lynn's investigation. Earlier, during their business meeting at the Metro Court, Brooke Lynn asked her grandma to tone down the sarcasm, as Tracy was being particularly harsh on Sasha. However, the drama increased when Carly Spencer arrived and launched a ferocious diatribe against Drew Quartermaine, overshadowing everything Tracy had said previously. Big mistakes. Christina believes that if Rick attends the strategy meeting that Christina, her sister, and their mother are holding, it will be a huge mistake, and she is not afraid to say so. Christina didn't want Rick involved in their search for justice for Sam's murder, especially after he had earlier protected Ava Jerome following Christina's fall into the pool. In addition, he is currently battling with her custody battle over Avery Jerome Corinthos versus Sonny Corinthos. Rick truly has no place in the DeVisa's plans for Sam's murder. If he believes he can intervene, Christina is prepared to deliver him a furious message. Rebellious disobedience. Jocelyn appears to be at Turning Woods, contradicting Anna's express instructions. Anna had made it clear that she did not want Jocelyn engaged in any ongoing police investigations, particularly any involving Cyrus Renault. Nonetheless, Jocelyn arrives and informs someone that they are exactly who she needs to see. She wants to find out who else had a heart attack in Turning Woods. Unbeknownst to her, her uncle Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Baldwin are already well into their own inquiry, far ahead of her. Nina confronts Willow. Nina Reeves is clearly aware of the situation at Metro Court. Someone must have alerted her about Drew's unexpected presence in the gatehouse. Nina believes Willow Corinthos is exactly where she should be, at the Quartermaine gatehouse, her actual home, with her 2 children. However, Tracy and several others are now aware that Willow's custody agreement has been jeopardized. Drew is not allowed on the property, according to a specific stipulation in her custody agreement. Willow's custody could be jeopardized, especially if Tracy takes action. Meanwhile, in the Metropolitan Court. At the Metro Court, Sasha takes bold action, quickly leaving the table she was sharing with Felicia Scorpio. She storms over to Drew, fueled by rage. Cody Bell's false allegations are spreading like wildfire, and now Drew and Carly believe Jason Morgan is the father of Sasha's baby. While Carly is inclined to question this, given her intimate knowledge of Jason, Sasha is adamant about holding Drew accountable. She confronts him with strong anger, screaming that he is discussing her life. Meanwhile, Jason is still in Baden-Baden, visiting Michael Corinthos. Angry threats. Brad confronts Cyrus at the hospital, despite Portia Robinson's express ban. Undeterred, he had slipped into Michael's room, and if Isaiah Gannon hadn't responded quickly to deliver a Digitalis antidote, the scenario may have been fatal. Brad is serious about his plans, threatening Cyrus that he would call the cops if he doesn't leave right away. Will there be another victim despite efforts to keep Cyrus at bay? Has Brad arrived too late to prevent another disaster? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.